Hi everyone and welcome to another painting tutorial. So today I'm going to take you through part 1 of how to paint Space Marine unit symbols, and I'm going to be focusing on the tactical symbol today, just the classic tactical arrow facing upward. So the most important thing initially is to make sure that you have your miniature in a comfortable position. As you can see, I'm just using a champagne bottle cork and a little bit of blue tack, and then I have my miniature on top, and I've just flipped it upside down to ensure that I get these initial lines the way I want them. And I'm just using Abaddon Black to begin with, keeping this one rather simple. So just getting the base of the arrow down first, and the most important thing initially is just to ensure that you get a nice outline of the symbol that you're painting. And as you can see as well, my Abaddon Black is quite watered down, just allowing for a smoother transition whilst I build up this chapter symbol, unit symbol I should say. And then of course, once you get the outline right, you can then fill in the color. And then if need be as well, which we'll get to later on in this video, start tidying up the design. So as you can see, I did make a little bit of an error there. Don't stress if this happens to you as well though, as we can always just go back and tidy that up. And going back to what I said before, earlier on as well, about having the paint quite watered down, especially in this case, having it been a black over Ulthuan Grey, a grey of course, almost a white grey. You do want to try and make sure you don't make too many mistakes, as correcting the black can be quite difficult if it's, well, let's say if the paint's too thick, for example, it can be quite obvious, whereas having it quite watered down, as I mentioned earlier, will just allow for that little bit more control and make correcting any mistakes that much easier as well. And for those wondering as well what brush I'm using, just using my Raphael 8404 size 1 brush. This is certainly my go-to brush, as I've mentioned in previous videos as well. It's a really high quality brush, but at the same time it's quite affordable, so I highly recommend checking out this range for your finer detail work on your miniatures. Because as you can see, the point on this is excellent, and I have been using this brush for a little while at this point as well. So with some care, they certainly do work and last quite a long time. So at this point I was really happy with how it's looking. However, I do want to go back and correct a few things. So since the base coat underneath the unit symbol was Ulthuan Grey, I'm just going to go back to that and start correcting some of this. So as you can see, a little bit overlapped onto the shoulder pad of the rim of the shoulder pad, so just tidying that up. And now just to get the design a little bit more smoother and a little bit more even on both sides. Probably I would say the most difficult part of painting even relatively simple symbols like this is ensuring that you get the symmetry spot on both sides. Certainly still something that I'm working on improving. It does take some time, so don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get it right the first time or even the 10th time. But certainly something worth practicing, as it's a really good feeling to get designs like this done by freehand. And you'll certainly find that it's a skill worth having and something you'll be able to implement on a lot of different miniatures. And even if you want to, of course, you can always just practice run things like this on miniatures that you don't intend on using for a specific army. Just some miniatures you have lying around that are spare. And just to finish it all off, as you can see, I have gone back to my Abaddon Black and just finishing to tidy up a few more things. And here is a photo of the completed miniature and of course the Space Marine unit symbol, part 1, the tactical symbol. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.